Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be trying out MILANI's newest release. This is their liquid contour. They have a liquid highlight and also an under eye brightener. And I was like, is this a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand and Beauty Light Wand? We are going to test out our first impressions today of the MILANI products. I am going to do wear tests throughout this week to see if the MILANI products are potentially a drugstore dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury products, because let's be honest, ever since TikTok got a hold of all of Charlotte Tilbury's products, these things have been sold out everywhere and it is impossible to restock them. So if there is an alternative at the drugstore, I am all about that. So starting out, we have their under eye brightener. And this is, I guess this is just under their entire Conceal and Perfect line. So they have a foundation and a concealer in this line. The concealer is actually one of my least favorite concealers of all time, but we won't talk about that today. We'll just talk about these products that are new. This one is particularly in the shade number 2 Melon. Now, I was looking online and I think these products are actually only available at Ulta. So if you are interested and if these products end up being solid and I end up liking them and recommending them, that's where you can find them. I am having a hell of a time trying to take off this sticker on here to try and open this. This is a brightening under eye tint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this underneath my under eyes, and then I am going to layer concealer over this, and we will see if this gives us an overall brightening effect. Let me go ahead and, okay, so it's a twisty top. And then it does, very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury contour wands, it does have the packaging where it has like that foam applicator and then you squeeze out the product. And this part always makes me very, very nervous because I'm always nervous that I'm going to squeeze out way too much. But here you go, you can start to see that come through and voila. And you guys are so close right now that you're going to be able to see everything that's happening. So let's go ahead and do this. I mean, let's be honest, like, these under eyes need so much help today. What is going on?
I don't know. You look German.
Did you say I look German? What does that have to do with anything? G Brown just pointed to his own under eyes. And I'm just going to go ahead and dot this where I feel like there is a lot of darkness. I don't know, let's start with that, right? Okay. This is the LaRousse brush. This is their LR333 Fluff brush. I like this for under eyes just because it's both dense and soft, so it moves the product around, but definitely makes it so that you can push the product into your skin without damaging your under eye skin, because this is generally a very, very sensitive spot on your face. It's blending in very easily. I am wearing foundation right now, no concealer, no powder. I don't know if this has done anything to brighten my under eyes though. Actually, a little bit. A tiny, tiny bit. This product is actually really thin, and so I feel like it just layered onto my skin really well. I am going to go ahead and apply concealer on top of this and a light layer of powder, so give me a couple seconds to do that. My under eyes look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this is not bad. I used a little bit of a lighter concealer, something that I knew was gonna blend really well into my skin, just so I could really see, like, is this going to enhance the brightening effect of this concealer? Is it gonna help with coverage? And I would definitely say did not help with coverage, but I do think that my under eyes look pretty bright. Let's go ahead and start with the liquid contour. So I have this in the shade 03 Toffee. What was actually quite surprising about this product is that the 2 lighter shades were already sold out at Ulta, so hopefully this doesn't have the same trend as like the Charlotte Tilbury products where they're just like never in stock. I kind of figured, I was like, I think 3 might work for me anyway, even though online it seemed really dark. Okay, actually, this looks really, really similar color-wise to the Charlotte Tilbury. Let's go ahead and do a quick swatcheroo. I think the MILANI is a bit more red toned is what I can see from here. The Charlotte Tilbury looks like it's a little bit cooler, which makes sense for a contour product. So this might actually end up being nice for like a liquid bronzer, but let's see. Oh, actually, no. That is damn similar. So we have the Charlotte Tilbury here, and then the MILANI here. Let's go ahead and try and diffuse this and see what happens. Okay, the MILANI is quite a bit more pigmented, I would say. So I'm gonna use a very, very light hand, but this so far feels pretty promising. I am not too sure actually if I like this product, this liquid cream contour. I mean, well, they say it's a cream contour, but this is a liquid contour, it's not cream. So it's supposed to be a lightweight blendable formula, dries down evenly for buildable application, effortlessly create dimension and depth. And I don't know that I like actually how it's sitting on my face. But do you see how it's just, they say that it's even. And I'm kind of like, I'm not sure I agree with that. Some of it seems to be a little bit patchy, which I don't like. It's not the best, I'm gonna say. And I also don't think that this is necessarily a dupe right off the bat for Charlotte Tilbury, because I don't usually have issues with patchiness with the Charlotte Tilbury liquid contour. Maybe it's an issue with the way that I applied it. Maybe I need to be trying it with a wet sponge instead of a brush. So that is something that I definitely want to see if I can get a little bit of a better result this week based on application. The other thing that I also want to do too is I want to use a different foundation underneath this one. I used my favorite Shiseido foundation, but I used a different primer that I'm currently trying out, and so I'm kind of like, maybe something kind of went weird here. Zoomed out, it's not too bad. It's only when I'm looking super, super up close that I'm like, I can just see a little bit of patchiness. Let's go ahead and try the liquid highlighter now, and I have this in the shade number 1 Lunar. And then we're also gonna do a quick swatch test and swatch comparison between this and the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Beauty Light Wand. Okay, so Beauty Light Wand is definitely a little bit more of that champagne tone. It's a little bit brighter. Lunar is definitely a little bit more gold based. Let's go ahead and spread these out and see how it looks. Very, very nice. We'll see if this liquid highlight is a little bit easier to use, I guess, than the liquid contour. Wow. Okay, I like the liquid highlight. It looks really, really good. I'm super impressed with just how that laid down. It's a different formula than my favorite liquid highlight of all time, which is the Vive Skin Dew. I absolutely love that product. It's not as gel-like, it's definitely more liquidy, but this looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. Like, I like how it blended in. It looks really, really nice. Obviously, I have a little bit of texture on my skin, so it is showing that, but again, like in the world of highlights, like there is no highlight that's not gonna show off texture, and so this actually looks really good. One thing I wanted to know actually is I really like the way that the liquid contour blended into my forehead. Like, that is a seamless blend, and so I'm just curious. I don't know what happened here on my cheeks that is making me not like it as much as I like it. Like, even on my jawline, I think it looks pretty good. Like, my double chin is gone, so yay makeup, by the way. We are gonna heavily test this throughout the week. I'm gonna wear this every single day. I will let you guys know about the longevity of this product as well, and we'll come back at the end of the week with my final thoughts. But right now, the standout product is definitely the liquid highlight, and then the under eye concealer I think is just, it may be one of those products where it's like a nice to have, but it's not something that I would consider like a necessity, you know what I mean? So I will get to testing all 3 of these products, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts in, well, in this video it'll be a little bit, but for me it'll be at the end of the week. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is now a Saturday, so let's go ahead and get our final thoughts out. Whatever. All right, let me just start with the product that I don't have anything else to add. This is an outstanding product. The Lunar liquid highlighter from MILANI is amazing. I really like it. It's literally the only highlight I have on right now. I think it can give you a very, very natural glow if that's what you're going for. Blends beautifully into the skin, stays on all day long, or you can build it up the way that I have and really get that kind of gleaming highlight if that's what you like. So very versatile product. Well done, MILANI. The Under Eye Brightener, for me, I actually feel like this could be a really great product if you don't have severe under eyes. Like if you don't have dark circles and this is something that you want to put on your face for like a very beautiful, natural, no makeup day, this is a product that I think, you know, could be nice. And it's actually really, really small and compact, so it's easy to travel with. So there is a certain situation in which I would reach for this product. Now, am I going to add into my daily like routine another step underneath my concealer? Probably not, to be honest. So if I was gonna say if there's like one product out of the three of these that I would be like, I don't know, like maybe don't get that, it's probably this one, only because I do think that there are probably already gonna be other makeup products within your vanity or within your collection that is gonna do basically what this does. Like if you already have concealers, like you don't really need an under eye brightener, particularly if the concealer is good. You know what I mean? The third product, the liquid contour, I need to get this, I think, in a lighter shade. So advice on how to apply this in case you get a deeper shade than you had intended to. Instead of using a very, very small, dense brush, I would use something that's a little bit thicker, like a foundation brush, something that's gonna just give you a little bit more coverage. So earlier in the week when I first tried this, I think I had issues mostly just with blending it out because I was using such small brushes on my cheek versus actually using a wider foundation brush to kind of blend that out. It was so much better once I used a foundation brush, like honestly, night and day of a difference. So this really tells you like tools make a huge, huge difference. It's not that you can't make darker shades work, it's just that your technique has to be a little bit different, right? The other thing too is that it does blend really well with a sponge as well. So if you ever get into that phase where you're like, oh my God, I have this really, really dark shadow on my face, it's not blending out well, grab a damp beauty blender. That will honestly just help diffuse all of those edges. It'll help push that product into your skin a little bit more. And so you can make some of these darker shades work. So I actually ended up really, really liking this by the end of the week. Like I actually have it on right now. I do have a light layer of powder bronzer over this just because I like excessive bronzing. So, but it is a really nice product. I like it. I would highly recommend it. So when it comes down to it, are these products dupes for the Charlotte Tilbury? I would actually say, yeah. I think these are pretty good. Obviously, the shades that I have are not the same exact dupe colors as the Charlotte Tilbury. So for example, the Spotlight Beauty Light Wand is quite a bit more of that like pearly highlight versus a golden highlight. So there is a difference in that. But formula-wise, like, I mean, that's pretty close. It's pretty close. I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you can't find the Charlotte Tilbury in stock, then run to the drugstore and see if you can find these three guys, because actually no, not the concealer. Run to the drugstore and see if you can find these two guys, because it was that's pretty good. All right, you guys, that pretty much wraps up this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of MILANI's 3 new products. If you liked it, please feel free to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay.